Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 17. I'm Andy and this is the Let's Play on the Hof Bergmann map. I think it's up to, let's see, episode 27 or so on the reloaded version. I think there's a new coming out version 1.0.05, but I'm running 1.0.0.4. So I'm sorry about my voice, it's early in the morning and I have a cold, so I might be snibbling a little bit during this episode, so I apologize for that. Today we're gonna take a look at a new mod which a lot of people have already tried out, but we go to animals and over here we have a horse, a pony, which we can buy, and some other stuff, wooden cards, pony feed, hay bales, water bucket, hay rack, water drinking, that sort of stuff. But we're gonna buy a pony. We'll go with there are 3 versions. I think we'll go with the black. Where's the pony? Here it is. So here's our pony. Looks kind of cool, looks smart. Let's take a picture there of our little pony. So we have that for our screenshot. So pretty cool. You walk up to it, you can get on it like this. If you press C, you can see it like if you're riding it, so pretty cool. You steer it the same way as you steer other stuff, so like you steer it with a steering wheel if you wanted to. Oh, sorry. So if you look down at the left, right hand corner, you can see it needs water and food. And when that gets lower, you can feed it. I'm going to show you how. Just a little bit. So it's pretty fast, actually. I think there's different, like with real horses, you could lower the speed and it will change. I don't know. How low you have to go before it starts walking. I'm not an expert in horses, I know different ways of... Oh, here you go. It's around 10, 11 or so. Get something else. I think you could probably lower it slightly. This is like 4. Yeah, I'm riding here. Different speeds, and the speeds dependent on if it has water or food, it will ride faster. If it doesn't have that, it will ride slower, move slower. So I think when you don't have food or water, it will actually go like 10 kilometers per hour, and the only way to get it to go this fast is if you have both water and stuff. But it's all in the description. So there's a trough that you could buy with water, and there's a trough with food, if you want that, or you could buy it separately. I'm going to show you that in a little bit moment. I think it's sort of like always running, and not always running as in running speed, but it's always on, so it always uses water and food. I'm going to check it out. I have another horse up here. The power is stable, so of course we're gonna keep these ponies. We'll have 2 at our stable. Over here, kind of cool. They're not expensive. 200 for pony. It's pretty nice. I think it seems like a lot less than it would be in real life. I like the sound too. I think you can get it too. Knee. I don't know. can't get that to work. So so here you can see that there's a trailer which we could actually attach to this. It feels weird to steer a horse with a steering wheel. So if you back it up here, you could attach this, and then we could pull things around. And that actually works pretty good. Just a tip, it's harder to unload it if the horse is unhooked or isn't hooked up to it, because then it's an increment and it's forward, so it kind of gets hard to get back. I wonder if you can turn the lights on. Yeah, you can. Oh, that's awesome. This is brilliant. So this is by farmer Andy, who is responsible for this map too. So just gonna go in here. Have this in here. So let's get off the horse. Good horse. So here we have some straw, not some straw, some hay, water. We have some food over here too, so we'll check this one out. So this one, you see, this has been just basically standing there, but it has needs some food. So what you need to go is, I think you can go up to this and press R, and it will eat from the bags. And needs drinking, it can go over to the water buckets here and drink. And you press R2, so it drinks water. They're pretty cool. So I don't think they die if you don't get them water or hay. They just sort of move around very slowly. But I haven't tried that out yet, so I'm not sure. So, horsies. Lovely little horses there. So, two. These are part of the pony ranch. Gonna go over here and see if they need anything. Hay bales, I guess I could need some hay bales of water. They could use some water though. The manure, I don't know where the manure ends up. I think this is the manure. And go and get some water for them. If they have any water here. Otherwise we'll have to drive off a bit. See? So I have been busy at school. I do work and I go to school, so I've been quite busy there with a number of things. I had a test Wednesday. I'm recording this Friday morning, so Wednesday I had a big test, like 3 hours of constant writing about an introduction to social work. So that's interesting. It's always interesting to study something you've done for quite a while. I've been working in this field for 15 years, so suddenly feel like a complete idiot, sorry about the language. I feel like I don't know anything anymore, which is not true. I know a lot of stuff, so I need to find my way back to my confidence there, and that will happen, I guess. But anyway, so the test went, I think, pretty good. I think I passed it at least. We'll see. It takes a few weeks for them to correct it. Wonder if we can get some. I'm not sure. There's any wet water up there. We'll go to the stream. This is new. I hooked up the front loader tools to my joystick, so now I can actually do it like they would in real life. Let's see. I think it's down here, right? Let's hope we can back this up from the stream later. Here. probably get stuck here because it's not enough power in it to pull it out. We'll see. I do apologize a lot about my Ashton. I wonder what it says that sign. Die Wasserentnahme ist ausdrücklich verboten. Okay, I think it's forbidden to drink it. Or it's not. And it's... I don't know what that means. But doesn't sound well. Doesn't sound positive. No. Oh crap. Oh, we need a more powerful tractor. Sorry. Well, I guess that happens. Or we should go and get water in another. With another. Actually, we have one tractor over here, so we can just go get that one. This one is waiting to fertilize this area. So anyway, what I was gonna say was that I haven't been playing this map or any map of the regular maps a lot. I've been playing a lot on Oakfield Farm, so by Oxygen David. I played that map. Oh, let's see. How many times? I played about 29 hours. So. No, and I'm not recording on that one because there's a lot of other people doing let's plays on that one, and that's the pretty if they do that. I do. Sorry about the snibbling. It sounds awful. Maybe I should just pull this up to the farm. Actually, I'm not sure the little tractor can pull it up the hill over there, so I'll just do this. So I played that map because it's brilliant. So I'm finally getting around to being financially sound. I had like a lot of, because I want a lot of land and a lot of animals from the start. I had like 800,000 in loans using the the Bank of Hagenstadt mod. So like 800 grand. And now I'm actually down to have 0 in loans, and I have a little bit of money in the back, but I need to buy some stuff, so I need to save up more money. I'm working away on that map because that's just for pure fun. No, I'm not putting that out because, and the reason I'm not doing that because I haven't kept track of all the mods I'm using, which when I do let's plays on this sort of stuff, I always keep an account in the description of what mods I'm using. So. And I haven't done that on that map. I'm just using the mods I want to use for fun. So that's why. It is. I think we can empty all of it actually. Because we're at 50, yeah. It will all be empty. Actually, I should go and refill it again then, I guess. Twice, so we have water here when we need it. God, I'm sorry about this. I'm really sorry about the sniveling, but I had a sore throat for the last, I don't know, few days. My son has an ear infection, and my daughter woke up in the middle of this night and had her pain in her ear, so she probably has the same. So we're all pretty much ill here. But I had a sore throat for a bunch of days, and now the throat is better. No, the throat is better, but instead I have nose that's running. Sorry about that. This is I really don't like this part of the year. In Sweden, when you have a bunch of days you can take off if your kid is sick, and you get paid 80% of your salary. I think it's 80 of 80 from the state. Not the state, not in state as in American states. States as in Sweden. So, and because there's so many infections during this part of the year. Well, if you no, damn, I drove the wrong way. Because when you use that benefit of taking a day off with your kids if they're ill, it's called vård av barn, which means like caretaking of your children, but it's shortened VAB, vård av barn, and that's what you use. I'm going to Bab, and this month of February is actually called, at least among parents of small children, February, which means like the play words, where you so I'm in the middle of February, which means I'm sort of not a lot of work, because at first I have a school and then I have sick kids, so, but everyone knows about this, so people aren't very surprised by it. A lot of illness going around this season. I love summer more than I love this season. I love winter too. I don't mind. My brother used to live in Hawaii. He studied there, and I remember talking to him because it's pretty much the same season. There are probably seasons, but the differences between the seasons are quite small compared to here, where you actually have we have snow now. We don't have a ton of snow like some parts of the country, but we have some snow. And he said he used, well, one of the things he said when he lived there was that he missed the seasons a lot. It's like, because there's so much benefit to the seasons. There are drawbacks. I mean, it's cold and it's always dark, and the winter months are extremely dark. Everything's dark, always dark. Unless you get snow, but you don't always get snow. But if you get snow, it brightens things up a lot. But the benefits are it being very dark in the winter. It's very bright light in the summer, so you have a lot more hours of sun in the summer, which is different. I remember that from visiting my brother in Honolulu, that the sun set around 6 every evening, and I was looking forward to like this beautiful sunset, and it's basically just the sun was there and then it was gone. It's like it disappeared. In Sweden you get these hour-long sunsets in the summer, which you don't get on as you get closer to the equator. You get shorter sunsets, I guess. So we'll leave that one there, and we'll go and get our smaller tractor back. And that's the difference. And that's the difference I really enjoy. I mean, the summer is so... You should visit Sweden in the summer. Oh, you should visit it in winter even too, but Sweden in summer is something special. Just, I mean, the sun rises around 3:30 in the middle of the night, and then where I live, and then it sets around, I don't know, 10:30 at the latest, and it's actually so short of a time that it hardly ever gets dark. And there are some places in Sweden where it doesn't get dark in the summer, where they have it's called something special. I can't remember the terminology in English. In Sweden it's called midnattssol, which means that it's always sunny. There's always light out. So that's one. Go take a little tractor here. No other truck coming. So that's the benefit of Sweden and the seasons. But then again, in the winter, the sun rises around, I don't know, 9 or so latest. That sets around 3 in the afternoon, so where I live. So it's pretty much, it's dark when you get to work, it's dark when you leave work. It's always dark. And there's light in the middle somewhere, but if you're stuck in office like I am most of the time, you don't stuck in office. I don't mind being in office. They sound like that's a bad thing. I don't mind being in office, but if you are in office, then you don't get a lot of light, except from the window, which isn't very much. Let's see. We're gonna get some. I think we're gonna get a Bale or so, and give that to our horses. So I don't know if anyone knows a link to version 1.0.0.5 if that's out. I'm gonna look around. It's hard because usually links to those are in German. I can't read German, so I sort of have to figure everything out always. So we'll grab one of these, I think. So life got a lot easier when I decided to use my joystick to steer this one, because you can now. Mouse is okay, but I have to press a button to use the mouse button. This way I could just steer the joystick, and I set it up like a real front loader, so up and down and left and right moves there. And I can, if I have implements, I could use the buttons on to do that. And if I ever, I can actually show you. It's easy to show you. I'm just gonna go and, what's this? Hey, what did I do with that? Oh, this is straw, right? Why did I bring straw? No, is that hay? Straw? Is this hay? I don't know what this is. Is this straight hay or straw? I guess we try it over here. Looks like hay. I think it's hay. That didn't work there. Oh well. Anyway, and we'll stop here. I want to show you front loader. Where is the front loader? Here it is. So I set it up so I can steer it up and down. Left goes changes the angle of 2. If I press the button, I can extend it. I could retract it, and then I have buttons set off if I have other tools like Bale forks, like grab things and that sort of stuff. So that's kind of cool. I think that's interesting. It makes it easier at least. That's always something. Oh, we need to fill it. Actually, that's good. Go and fill these up. So we'll grab one of these. These are quite heavy, I guess. Driving gets harder when you have one of these on. If we can get this in here. The only thing I'm missing is a track IR. If I had that sort of stuff, I could sit here and just move my head and don't have to use the mouse at all. That would be perfect. That's pretty much the only thing I can feel that I'm missing nowadays. think these all needs to be refilled probably. I usually keep them sort of at the same level, so yeah. And the next one, last one. So I think it's kind of cool. You can extend it and you can retract it. You could all do all sort of stuff with it. I know using forks, pallet forks, is probably not that realistic. I think it works. I think it would probably work okay on a if they were sharp enough on like regular bales in real life. But I have no idea there. I'm just guessing. Okay, so we refill that. And there's water and stuff. We'll do that on the next time. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for watching this episode of Hof Bergmann Reloaded, episode 27. Today we've been doing some pony stuff and this sort of stuff. So. Giving water to our ponies and that. We'll see what we'll do on next episode. I'm Andy, and thank you for watching. I apologize for my cold. And if you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment, or share. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.